Warning, the following stunts are done by trained professionals. Actually, we're not trained. Robbie is just a dumbass and decided to do a drunken fantasy football podcast. The thoughts, opinions, and takes are ours and ours only. It is not our fault if you lose in fantasy football or sports gambling. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. It's your boy Rumboyz Robbie. That's Drop the Mic FF. This is Rumboyz After Dark. Like, comment, subscribe. Turn that plaque into a real silver play button. YouTube algorithm. Yo, show your boys some love. Twitch. Show your boys some love. Twitch is definitely been showing your boys some love, actually. I'm not even a friend. Like, I'm not even gonna sit here and like try to like go in on Twitch. Like, I can't even say shit about Twitch. Yo, let's go ahead. Let's get into it. Let's get it popping. First things first, I want to shout out our homies over at BigGuyFantasySports.com. BigGuyFantasySports.com. Be sure to check us out, the consistency guide. Go show some love to our homies over at BigGuyFantasySports.com. Get the latest in tools, get the latest in articles, get the latest in podcasts. Who knows, you might get exclusive hookups for the Fantasy Football Expo by following both the Rumboyz and Big Guy Fantasy Sports. Check us out on YouTube. Check out our website. All of that good stuff. Mike was like, "Oh shit, Robbie just switched the background." Like, what the fuck?
I didn't know he knew how to do that.
Wow. Also want to shout out our homies over at All 22. Promo code Rumboyz. We making big noise. Make sure you guys check us out over on All 22 as well. Still beating that ass in that social media influencer league. Big shout to All 22. Big shout to PFF. 53-man rosters, 12-man leagues, 10, 12-man leagues. It's slitty over there. I like getting some skin on all formats of NFL. That's always my first roster that I set out the week because I got to get in early on that. And then finally, even though we down bad, we did foul Del Rio today. We'll talk some more about that. You see, I'm still rocking my Washington chain. Hey, yo, I'm going to take y'all to the yacht. You already know we got to drop it like it's hot, especially because it's out here in Colorado.
Hop out in Miami with no land, ain't got no understanding. Out of here, I'm burning, no turn me up, you can't understand. In the club, posted up, they lit up, no matter where I'm standing. Drop CLD for the Cuban link, yeah, you see it there. Might spaz out on some taller shit, no on zero tolerance. Money conversations ain't hard to relate, it's hollering. See my net, they acknowledge it, good friend, girl, where you're not.
Let's get it. Let's get it. What do you mean? What is that voice? You shouldn't be hearing any voice. In all honesty, you shouldn't be hearing no voice.
There is no voice there. I'm on mute.
Leafs ask, is this the first defensive player on Rumboyz After Dark player feature? No, we did Cameron Curl last year.
We did something last year. I couldn't even go back and find out.
Yeah. We've had a defensive player before. Aiden Yurt was good. Yeah, I don't know which voice you're talking about.
Let's see.
Yeah, I really do not know what voice you're talking about. Unless you're talking about my voice.
Yeah, might be. You're. What's up, Leafs?
Oh, the viewer warning at the start. That's honestly, you want to know who that really is?
Is it who I think it is?
It's me.
Oh, I thought it was.
It's me.
I thought it was.
No. It's me. That's
I
me.
figured it was either you or.
No, that's all me. I honestly, I recorded that shit like dead heat, middle of the summer, like outside, like because it was the only way that my voice wasn't like reverberating off off the walls because any other way that I kept recording it, it was just kept like having this weird reverb. So yeah, I like walked out like while I was blazing fucking hot outside, and yeah, I shot that shit on my phone. And I was like, that's actually not my first voiceover work. Like I've done voiceover work before.
The last time we did a defensive player was middle of August. We had it was right when Nick Bosa signed his deal, right before the season start.
Yeah, let's say we did Bosa. All Dolphins players are shitting on Jets turf. Oh my gosh. Because Jalen Phillips tore his ACL. Yeah, that shit was fucking wild. Let's go and get to tonight's show. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rump boys and girls want to do dilly dilly. Let's go.
I'm actually drinking.
Ooh.
Ooh. That did not feel good. Ooh.
Lean and soda, Fanta. Damn, that hurt. I had to sing that one off.
I might have to rap one off in a second.
Holy shit. It sounded AI generated. Yeah, I put a fucking filter over. I put a voice filter over, and yeah. How about them Rockets? Y'all got something going. Y'all got something going on down there in Houston. Bo Nix needs 4 TDs and to win by 14 at plus 425. You parlayed those two together, and those things could very well happen. I want to start off by talking about yesterday. Let's start off talking about the very first game of the fucking day. Let me get your take on the Packers-Lions. Are we worrying about the Lions? Was just yesterday a typical Lions Thanksgiving game? Is Jordan Love maybe showing improvement? Did yesterday prove that this team should move on from Christian Watson? There's a lot here.
All right, I'm going to start off. I'm starting on the Lions side. For this second, I do not care about the Packers for what I'm about to bring up. Yes, there is a little bit to be worried about when it comes to the Lions. But it's not the Lions themselves. It's number 16 on the Lions. They barely escaped Chicago because of his turnovers. Now he has more turnovers. The team has been able to mask those turnovers and still win. That's because they played the frickin' Bears and the Packers. And the Packers still weren't able to pull it off with the Packers. He hasn't been turning it over. What happens when they have to go back and play a Niners, a Philly, a frickin' whoever, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I didn't think this nigga was going to show up to work. I'm going to be honest.
No, I didn't either.
Yeah, I'm glad that we both were on the same page.
So I'm worried about Jared Goff. I am not worried about the rest of the team. That running game is still a 1-2 punch. Sorry, Taco, but Gibbs is the 2 punch and Monty is the 1 punch. ARSB, all those guys, great. The defense is they're still gelling together. They're still doing good. You got Aiden Hutchinson. I can't remember the guy's name in the middle, but they got a guy in the middle who's doing good. But I am a little bit worried that if he doesn't control the turnovers, they won't be able to make it far in the playoffs like some of us thought.
Let me go ahead and hit up the chat really quick. Watson was just really making off the ball plays. Like for the most part, I was impressed with what Watson did. Not being targeted, being utilized in motion, being utilized as a distraction piece, being utilized as decoy. I think that's Watson's role, no matter what fucking team he's on. I am completely willing to be on record that Watson is just Alan Lazard 2.0. You're a big gameplay here type of guy. You're a wide receiver 3. You're not really you're not ever going to be a 1. You're not ever going to be a 2. You're a 3. Let's not brag and boast about you and get you hype.
I don't even think he's Lazard. I think he's MVS.
Okay. Even still, okay. Even a 3 at the end of the day. 3.
Oh yeah.
A Packers typical 3. Whereas I think that Reed can be a guy that can be utilized in not just some of the trickery schemes that they're utilizing, and not some of the jet sweeps, the screen passes, things of that nature. I think that they're just figuring out how to unlock Reed, and the more they continue to unlock Reed, you see Reed probably become the one next year, Dynasty guys. And I think that you see Dobbs probably become the 2.
Okay, see, I have them flipped.
I see why you have them flipped, and you have them flipped because of how Dobbs is able to stretch the field.
And how Reed's the slant guy.
I get that exactly, and he can hit you with the intermediate routes. Dobbs is your bigger body receiver. He'll take on linebackers, whereas Reed is going to be your trickery guy. He's your gadget guy, but Reed commands so many targets at this juncture, and I think they figured out this. That I think that we see Reed probably start putting up, not this year, next year. I think that we're talking about Reed being a diamond in the rough. Every time I do my diamond in the rough segment.
Yeah,
I think that we're talking about Reed being a diamond in the rough.
Okay, I'm not saying they're as good as. It's not what I'm saying. But the way they've been using Reed lately after Jones got hurt and all that, to me, they are stylistically Ayuk Debo 2.0.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about our cover athlete in the second segment. Monty Gibbs, ASB highest golf errors.
Yep.
I don't. If we're gonna make that argument, then we need to add the fact that motherfucker, every talented receiver, every talented backfield hides every fucking QB's errors.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a position where it all cannot be done by themselves. If you were to plug Tua into a fucking Patriots offense, I'm sorry, Tua's not walking on water right now. All right.
If you plug Tua into the Chiefs offense right now, it would not be as good.
Yeah, right. I get that there's system QBs and there's things of this nature. It's a long season. Golf. What the fuck? That was definitely a fucking fart.
Jesus Christ.
Nigga, did you fart in the mic?
Y'all heard that?
He did.
Oh my God.
It was loud as hell.
He didn't even say no or nothing. He just bro, just dog.
That was turkey, ham, and stuffing. Not dressing. Stuffing. Jesus Christ. That reverberated in my ear hole.
Yo.
Damn.
He said, y'all heard that?
I held that shit down too. Like, oh my God.
He like,
Oh,
tried,
yeah.
spit on it and everything.
A silent but deadly, but Jesus.
God
But no,
damn.
like I'm not buying the whole, oh well, their talent hides his, he's banged, things are happening. The Lions are fine. Lions are fine. Lions are fine. And I don't think that having 2 insane running backs hurts them at all.
I don't think that.
Taco, what's your take after you fucking ripped ass? I feel like I can smell that from here.
Well, I mean, I'll say this. I mean, we had this question a couple weeks back, and I said I still needed to see what they could do versus like top talent and top teams and teams that could win. And so far, everything I've seen from the Lions is I don't trust them. And if I'm betting against them in big games.
Who don't you trust, Taco, though?
Definitely golf. Okay. Definitely golf. There seems to be something with him because the amount of turnover and careless, like seemingly like, what the fuck are you looking at? Like from a guy that became very good with the ball, wasn't making a lot of turnovers, wasn't making a lot of bad mistakes. He's not making like one bad mistake. He's making multiple bad mistakes in a half. Fuck a game in a half. Next thing you know, you look up, you go in a halftime, you're down a couple touchdowns, you're down a couple scores, and you're sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm just not understanding what it is. And maybe it's just, Jared Goff being Jared Goff. Like he like we were looking at it. He did a lot of his work last year versus bad defenses. Now he's starting to really get tested versus some good defenses, and the questions are still out there. Like there is no sold anyone on Jared Goff. He can put up some numbers, but so can a lot of other quarterbacks. The question is, can you win in the playoffs? Does that translate when the going gets tough and you're facing against teams like the Eagles and you need to get efficient play from your quarterback, and not only that, you need to get points. So can he do that? I don't know, but I'm betting against him right now and going forward, especially as we're getting deeper into the season.
I'm not gonna say that I'm betting against Jared Goff. I just think that's preposterous.
Right now, who are you picking? Philly and Detroit play right now. Who are you picking?
Oh, Philly all day.
I'm picking Philly.
Okay.
San Francisco.
I'm picking Philly, but I'm picking Philly solely based on the fact that Detroit's going to Detroit at some point. Getting to this question here on the screen, though, really quick. Just got offered Dale for Jamar Chase PPR. Am I crazy for heavily considering it? I think that heavily is a strong adjective and is a strong emotion.
I'm taking it in redraft.
You said you would take it in redraft?
I'll take Dell in redraft.
For Chase?
Yeah.
I would do it.
I mean, it'd be close. I mean, it depends on your situation.
Because of the Browning situation. But I think that even with Browning at QB, you can move Chase for Dell and an extra piece.
Yeah, I think you could get more. Yes.
Like, I absolutely think that you could get more. Because there's going to be someone in your league that's thinking, well, oh, fuck. Like, he might be willing to move off of Chase, but if I'm getting Chase and Chase is getting force-fed and Chase is going to be the main guy there, do we think that Jake Browning is really going to distribute the ball? I mean, I was going to say this for later in the show, but I mean, do we really think that Browning's going to distribute the ball? I think he's going to hyper target and he's going to hyper fix on one guy.
I think he's going to hyper. Well, the problem, if we're going to get into this topic real quick, my problem is I am afraid that the guy that I think could be another target isn't going to be there, and that makes it
supposed to start this week.
Yeah, what, 3 plays and then not play? I mean, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that Higgins is either going to be a cloud of dust and not be seen, or he's going to have 3 plays and then go back into the goddamn blue tent like he has in the past.
That is we're not able to predict injuries.
No, but it's not. It's a pattern.
You are right. You are right. It's a contract year, and that pattern is happening. And that pattern is happening, especially in the essence of he's going out and he's getting big plays and then retreating.
Mm-hmm. That's all I mean.
While I do see that, and I do see that side, and I'm not arguing against that side. I feel like you still start Higgins if he's playing, especially down the stretch here, especially if they do choose to distribute the ball. I feel like it's Tank Dell and a piece for Jamar. I don't think that it's just Jamar and Dell. I don't think you can justify that.
What kind of piece are you talking? Would you take Dell and Kyron Williams for Chase?
Yeah. I think you can get away with that. I think you can get away with that.
Yeah.
Like anything that you're doing in regards to moving Chase right now is assuming risk.
Yep.
Yeah. Taco, any take that you have on yesterday's? Wait, you already gave us your Packers Detroit take.
Yeah.
Russ makes it work with nobody. Just clip Taco farting will come out tonight. Yeah. Okay, I'm still putting that shit on TikTok. Golf did a Mac Jones yesterday. Dude's not mobile. Stop running. I'll say no, he's not. No, he's not mobile, but he's definitely 10 times more of a better decision maker. Rough games happen. I'm not worried. I'm not. Like I'll start worrying about Detroit when we get into the fucking playoffs.
Yeah.
You said Taco hella zesty.
Zesty ass.
Bro, you know that was actually a burp.
Sure
That was a burp.
God, that was a burp. I kept that in. That's
Bro,
what I heard that.
You have it clipped in your mouth or nothing moved.
Nothing moved.
I held that shit in, bro.
No, you didn't.
I did.
It reverberated my ear holes.
It was in my chest. It was right by the mic.
whatever. Golf is a play action merchant that's most success he had with McVay, Ben Johnson, adapted the dink and dunk offense. ASB is a possession receiver. Laporta, Beast, Gibbs, and Monty established the play action. Laporta dropped a lot of big passes yesterday. Let's actually just touch on that really fast before we move on to the second game. Laporta dropped a lot of fucking passes yesterday. We're not going to sit here and try and sugarcoat like
he should have had that one in the end zone.
He should have definitely had that one in the end zone. There was a couple. There was like 3 that I was like, oh, you didn't drop those. We're always quick to run and blame a quarterback. What about some of the things that other players do that influence things?
I agree with that. It's just I think the only reason I'm a little worried is this is the second game in a row that he's had those inexcusable turnovers that Taco brought up, that I'm afraid that if it continues to be a pattern, we're screwed with the Lions. That's my point. I'm just afraid that, and the thing is, it wasn't against top defenses. It was against the Bears and the Packers. The rest of the team was able to rescue him against the Bears. They just can't show up as a team.
I'm going to bring it up. Laporta seems to play fine in like regular games. Big games, primetime games, that motherfucker seems to choke. Lions on
rookie. I gotta give him a break. He's still a rookie.
You shouldn't be nervous at this juncture. You shouldn't be playing with nerves at this point. You shouldn't care how many people are watching. You shouldn't care how many fans are in the stands.
Then what's Jared Goff's excuse for this regression that we're seeing? Versus like Mike's saying, versus the Bears and the Packers, who was missing Jair Alexander and other players.
We're not talking about a Daniel Jones. For Goff, it's not regression. He's had a couple of bad games. It's not regression.
The decision making.
There's a fine line between regression and just having a bad game.
Before we go to the next game, real quick. Lions or Saints? Who are you taking?
Lions.
I would take Lions.
Okay. What have the Saints done to give?
They haven't done shit, but neither did the Bears, and they have a defense. That's my only point.
Mm-hmm.
Then they go against the Bears again. Then they play the Broncos, who have had a defense that has actually been able to stand up lately. Then they play the Vikings. Then they play the team that we're about to talk about in Dallas. And then they finish the season again in Minnesota or against Minnesota. So they have 3 division games left. And then they play the Saints, who have a defense, Broncos, who have a defense lately, and the Cowboys, who definitely have a defense. All I'm saying is Goff is going to have to show up. That's it.
I think that Goff is fine.
I think he'll be fine. I
think that Goff is taking it personal. As I reach for one of my office putt balls. When I'm in the office, I'll be playing golf and shit. Fucking no, for real. I think that Goff is fine. I think that we're over exaggerating. Like when it comes to golf, I think that there's a lot of over exaggeration, a lot of overhype. Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm in the middle of you and Taco. Taco is in the orange. You're in the green, and I'm in the yellow. When it comes to the Lions.
Let's get into the second game that happened yesterday.
Take a shot. I'll take one with you since I'm the one that made you talk about this.
I mean, I'm an analyst. It's my job. I have to.
I know, but I am still willing to take one for the team.
Hey.
Taking one for the team is fucking a fat chick when no one else wants to. Okay, that's taking one for the team.
Or in this case, Mike knows what one's taking for the team is. Good job, Mike.
This is
shut the fuck up and pour a shot, Taco.
I'll open a White Claw.
He's got a can.
You have to fucking cheers to me, cheers to all the run boys and girls want to do dilly dilly. Jack DeRio, I'm happy you're out, dude. This man drinking a White Claw.
It's refreshing.
He's from Long Island.
Yeah. It's actually helping me lose weight.
Bougie
Down.
bitch.
Yeah, man, I'm feeling svelte.
What the fuck is that supposed to? They help me lose weight. You sound like a freaking little skinny blonde chick from the Hamptons.
I know you said. I know that. Why do you think I looked at him like that? I was like, yo. I got it. Like, yo, like, so I had an ex one time that she's like, I'm drinking White Claws just because, like,
Were you invited to the
And I
Michael
feel less
Rubin?
bloated afterwards, you know?
Were you invited to the Michael Rubin party?
Oh my God, is there invites?
Hey, Taco's on a boat with Diddy somewhere.
Was in little baby there? Was the little baby there?
Hey, leaves. There you go. No. Hey, let's keep it pushing though.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to unpack from this game yesterday. I mean, DeRon Bland with his historic defensive performance. Sam Howell still somehow being Sam Howell without
making anyone a star.
Yeah, making anyone a star. Play calling like going his way. Fuck. I mean, then the Del Rio firing. There's still the fact that Dallas is gonna Dallas at some point. It's like, okay, when does that happen? There's a lot to unpack from this. Taco will let you start only because it's your turn.
I mean, Dak showed out. Dak is on a roll. I'm excited. The Washington Commanders and Sam Howell. You know, one thing about Sam Howell I gotta say is that man takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Like, that dude has been used and abused this season, and he still gets up and gets there for the next play and gives 1,000%. And that's something that you know, I really admire from the goddamn kid, because this is a losing situation, like you said, with horrible play calling, just bad overall like team dynamics. This team is in a skid. The Commanders look like shit. They fucking lost to the goddamn Giants. Like, you know, going into this game, I don't think anyone had any kind of hope for them. And at the end of the day, I'm shocked that they allowed Ron Rivera to get away with using a scapegoat and firing an assistant coach instead of having everyone just kind of be gone. Like, everyone should be fucking gone after that. Not only did you lose to the Giants, then you followed up with a Thanksgiving Day game where, like, you should have put up some fight. This should have been at least a somewhat like, the spread was plus 13. You couldn't even stay within that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, after some patheticness, back-to-back games in division matchups coming to the holidays, and then you allow them to come out with a scapegoat after all of that. I mean, I get Dak is hot. I get Sam Howell is playing through a lot, and he's giving it all, and we're like, wow, Sam Howell. But at some point, this coaching staff needs to be fucking gone, and they shouldn't be given the dignity to be going to the end of the season when you look at how bad they're doing versus teams that they like. There's no way you should beat the Giants twice. Twice they lost to the Giants. Twice. And now you get embarrassed on Thanksgiving to your rivals and the Cowboys. As an owner, I don't know how I can allow my coach to come out there, blame an assistant coach, and then think that everything is going to be somewhat okay. No, bro, I'm sorry. Like, y'all go together.
All right, so I'm going to take this because we actually talked about this earlier today. Me and Robbie did.
We touched on it. We didn't.
So I'm going to bring what we think.
Yeah.
So this is what I think. You're right, but you're wrong, Taco. And here's why. Ron Rivera, in my opinion, did not lay the hammer down on Rivera. It was upper management that said, hey, Ron, you are letting him go and you're acting like you did it. Ron Rivera had nothing to do with Jack Del Rio being fired. It wasn't Ron's decision. It was Josh Harris's and the GM's. It was the GM coming back from the owner and laying the hammer down. Jack Del Rio's a scapegoat. I have said it multiple times on air on this exact show, with you on it, with you off when you had family in town or whatever. Rivera's gonna be gone on Black Monday, but he was never gonna be fired during the season. Del Rio, I did think could be It just happened that this happened to be the week. And the reason I believe that, and I didn't bring this up earlier, Robbie, but the reason I think it actually did happen was because they do have a 10-day break now, being the early week or the early game because of Thanksgiving. So that's why I think that the Del Rio thing happened. To get to my take on the game, yes, there's nothing needs to be said about, Dak's playing great. Taco, you're 100% right. McCarthy's actually, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I think McCarthy has changed the way he's play calling since the Niner loss. And that is part of the reason that Dak is having as good of a resurrection this part of the season than he has. So I think McCarthy has to get some credit. Pollard in the last 2 games has gotten more run. You're getting CD Lamb a lot more involved when he needed to be involved instead of just in between the 20s. You're getting Cooks a lot more involved. Gallup is still Gallup and is still a ghost of seasons past. Eric Bieniemy. I understand that Sam Howell is getting numbers, but why the hell is Dotson not involved? I still have this complaint. And even McLaurin's not getting the numbers that he should.
No, it's...
And part of me wonders, and let me make one more sentence, and then you can have the floor, Robbie. Part of me wonders if Bieniemy will be the head coach next year, where I thought it was a slam dunk in September.
I don't, honestly, at this point, I don't even know. The way that the way that Magic Johnson thinks, the way that Josh Harris thinks, and it's not even so much Harris, it's more so MJ. We're both Lakers fans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
So
we know how.
We know how quickly this man will be like, yeah, no, I don't like that, and he'll just clean.
Yep, just bye. Did it with the Dodgers. Yeah. Bye.
Yep, he did it with the Dodgers. He did it with LAFC. He did it with the Lakers. He's done this with personal businesses that he owns. Magic Johnson is a very emotional creature. He does not like losing. And what he doesn't like even more is when the losses aren't being taken accountability on over whose fucking fault it is, especially when it's evident over whose fucking fault that it is.
And the only thing that I think he hates more than that when it comes besides losing, the factors of it, and that's what freaking Sweats was talking about before he left, was Magic hates complacency. And if you're in the locker room and everyone's just going, oh, we're just losing, it's okay, it's fine, we'll figure it out. No, freaking figure it out and figure out what the goddamn problem is.
Rivera is very much that type of guy, whereas EB is not. We've already heard the rumors about the two not getting along.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, honestly, that hurts EB more in terms of getting a head coaching position. I don't think that it's play calling. I don't think that it's things that are happening on the field, because we've already seen where Rivera will override an obvious decision. Tingley, what's up? What's up? We've seen where an EB play call will kind of be overridden. You can look and you can tell, oh, well, that's Rivera. And like Rivera will go into press conferences and just act like nothing, or act like nothing has happened, or nothing is going on. Those things can't continue to happen. There was a meme from NFL memes. Remember how we had the whole debacle where we didn't have showers last week?
Oh, yeah.
There's a meme where it was like, oh, we have showers?
Yep.
How many times has he gone into a press conference? Oh, we had the ball? Oh, it was 4th down? Oh, I didn't know that. Literally, my favorite fucking one. Oh, I didn't know that if we scored right there, we would have made the playoffs. I would have called a different play.
Yeah, I remember that. That was bad.
Like, no, honestly, I didn't nap, Blue Jays. I did not nap at all. I did not nap. I took a shower. I took a couple shots. I'm gonna do a Twitch stream after this. I'm probably gonna do a Twitch stream after this where I'm gonna just do like YouTube video reactions and shit. We're gonna talk some hip hop. We're gonna have some drinks. We're gonna talk some sports, like different shit. But But yeah, no. In regards to the Commander side of things, Jack Del Rio definitely needed to go. Why the fuck Jack Del Rio is still in the NFL in any capacity? I don't know. He wasn't successful. He wasn't successful with the Jaguars.
You want to know why he's still in the league?
He wasn't successful with the Raiders.
No, it's because he's one of the good old boys. He's still part of the good old boys club. That's the only reason he's in the league.
He got the money. He got the money. Like, look, straight up. No, done with Del Rio, done with Rivera. Let EB take over. EB, I'm gonna give you 2 years. If you fail, then everything that everyone was ever saying is correct. I think that we need to at least give you an opportunity to prove yourself wrong. I've always said I don't care what team it happens with. If it happens with us, then it happens with us.
I really wish it would have happened with Houston before Deshaun went massage parlor.
I don't think the EB was ready then.
I know, but all the jobs that he's been interviewed for, he hasn't been ready for since, and they haven't had as good. That was the best situation.
He hurts us in interviews. He can't get players to like him.
I know. We'll find out soon. We'll find out soon.
Yeah.
The only thing I want to touch on, if you have more to talk about, great. But the only thing I want to make sure we touch on before we go to the next game
is DaRon Bland. I want to touch on DaRon Bland.
That's exactly what it was. Sorry. My bad.
No, one thing that I want to say about DaRon Bland, as someone that played DB, obviously I'm more receiver dominant, but as someone that played DB, that's a hard feat. I don't care what level. That's a really hard feat. At the NFL level, those are NFL players, but at the fucking same time, the last 5 games that you played are against sub 500 teams with all shit quarterbacks. Sam Howell's the best quarterback that you faced. And the coach choked. Trayvon Diggs eats your heart out. You have something to worry about. You have something to. I'll leave it at that. I don't think that it's real. I think it's fugazi. The stats are real. I think that the talent is fugazi. Go ahead.
I think it's proven that Trayvon Diggs is overrated. I think it's the position that he plays in the system, and it's a system position, and Diggs was in that position, and now Bland is. Gillespie on the show has said that Bland is the next big guy in Dallas. And yeah, he can be a shutdown guy, but with
I don't think that Bland does that in any other scheme.
No, I agree. But what I'm saying is he can be a shutdown. He can get some stuff, but not 5 pick sixes. I'm just saying that I think this proves that Diggs is also a system, and everyone that sits there and acts like Diggs is the best shutdown guy now, and he's this, that, and that, those guys need to take a step back and look at what's happening with Diggs not in the lineup.
Taco, I know that you're not like watching film the same way, so I'm not even going to try. The only thing that I do want to add is look at a lot of those picks. They're coming in zone.
Yeah, exactly. They're zone.
They're not. He's not making these plays on his own.
There's nothing wrong with getting picks in the zone, but that's what Diggs was doing too. That's all.
Exactly. It's not a. Yeah. It's not hyped up as everybody want to make it to be.
It's not a Darrelle Revis. It's not a Sauce. It's not.
Gilmore's washed.
But he did good yesterday.
He did damn good yesterday, especially against Terry. He did damn good.
There was that one break.
Terry is his kryptonite. That was the first time he shut down Terry.
There was that where he broke it up at the 10-yard line. That was a pretty breakup.
That was the only time he shut down Terry because we know that Terry Well, Terry bodies Stephon. Anytime Terry's against Stephon, it's not a pretty sight for Stephon. I think that as long as you have a Micah Parsons, this defense works. If you don't have Micah, you're fucked. You're fucked. Just like if Cleveland doesn't have Miles, you're fucked.
They need to get in the offseason, they need to get another middle linebacker guy, strong guy, because Van Der Esch is too injured all the time. He's out.
Van Der Esch is Sean Lee 2.0.
Yeah, he is Sean Lee 2.0, and I hate to say it because Sean Lee
a legend in his own right. Sean Lee's a legend in his own right.
Yes, hands down. Hands down.
I played with him in Madden. I remember that.
Stay biased. How the fuck am I supposed to stay biased?
No, you want to be unbiased.
Yeah, I just gave Sean Lee his fucking props. Like, come on, my guy. I'm not doing the stay biased thing. I'm keeping it real.
I did notice to give your defense one credit after losing the game. I did notice that it was a little bit different defense, and especially in the linebacker core now that Cody Barton's back.
Yeah, I like Barton. I like St. Juice. I like what St. Juice is doing.
Oh, I like what St. Juice is doing too, but you could just tell that Cody Barton brought another spark to the linebacker core because you can let him run free and have the other guys do what he can't do and cover or whatever.
If we're going to lose and we're going to tank the rest of the way, I don't like not giving Forbes reps. I don't like not giving Forbes reps.
You got to give him reps. You guys, as it's not saying the front office as the team is the one that reached on him. It's not his fault that you reached on him. You got to give him the ability and the opportunity.
Put him on a workout plan. Put him on a workout plan and give him the reps.
Yep. No, I agree with you on that.
Put him on a workout plan and give him the reps. Let him bulk up, but still let him get reps.
Yep.
I don't think that we saw enough of Forbes yesterday. In a game that we were already down, you should be giving the kid some burn. That's all I have to say really about that game and about the Washington organization.
Yep.
I still have a TikTok that I'm working on. Leafs, I need an edit of Bill Belichick, or Mike might even be able to do it. I need an edit of Belichick wearing a fucking Washington Commanders coaching shirt. I'm doing it. I can't reveal what the TikTok is. It's not what you're thinking. It's not a pro type of thing. It's more about
I had a feeling.
Yeah. It's not what everyone's going to be thinking.
That tonight's going to be a good night.
Where's the mute button? Where's the mute button?
I ain't said shit and just had to go for the corniest fucking thing.
Ew, low hanging fruit, baby. When you got him, you hit him.
All right. What about last night's night game?
Yeah, I was actually just about to get into last night's game. Don't forget, I'm probably gonna go live on Twitch and Twitch only after this. I'm just gonna find like random internet clips and we're gonna react to it and like we'll like listen to music and shit and yeah, it'll be dope. We're gonna have like just like a dope chill session.
As long as it's not Drake.
Right. You don't know what the fuck is gonna happen.
I was joking because of our conversation earlier.
Motherfuckers hating.
Yeah, I am.
San Francisco, Seattle. That went down last night.
Sea chickens.
Gino underimpressed. DK was not DK. Lockett got locked. Well, like, what are y'all's thoughts? Like, what are y'all's thoughts? San Fran's it's just too hard to fuck with. Like, you have to catch San Fran on a bad day. Like, I'm very confident that you have to catch San Fran on a bad day.
It can't be. I mean, in the playoffs, if San Fran is missing a piece, then this thing changes. But it's there.
Which piece? They're missing pieces already. Howie Funga was not there.
Okay.
That defense is not.
If they're missing Debo or CMC, this thing ain't gonna run right. But if they got them two horses in this stable, this team is gonna be almost impossible to beat. Because they are so fucking dynamic.
Trent Williams, I've said it straight up.
I think Trent's the cog.
Yeah, Trent's the cog. As long as you have the best fucking offensive lineman in football, I'm counting every fucking position. Jason Kelsey, I'm also talking to you, my sir. Okay,
Jason would tell you that Trent's better.
Trent's better. Yeah. When you have the best offensive lineman in fucking football, probably the best player in football in Trent Williams, it alters the whole fucking game. You can't scheme for a guy that sets up blocks the way that he does, pulls off blocks the way he does. But then if he pulls off a block, you have to account for the fact that he has soft enough hands to be able to reel in and catch. And I get that's a 1% chance, but you're still accounting for that 1% chance. San Francisco's scary. I'm tired of the whole, well, it's Brock Purdy and oh my God. And shut up. Like, for real, shut the fuck up. I think that if you were to tell me that if you were to tell me today, hey, yo, Super Bowl's happening right now and it's San Francisco versus whoever, there's a chance I might put my money on San Francisco. I think that San Francisco, there's two teams in the NFC that could go toe-to-toe with any fucking team in the AFC. We watched one of them last night. We're going to see the other one this Sunday. That's San Fran, and that's Philly. If you were to tell me the Lions made it into the Super Bowl, but they had to go against the Kansas City Chiefs, I would shit a fucking brick if I'm a Lions fan. If I'm a bettor, I obviously would be putting the money on the Lions because they would be a dog, but am I confident in that bet? No, I'm hedging the fuck out of that. If I'm putting 100 on the fucking Lions, I'm putting 1,000 on the Chiefs. There are two teams and two teams only, and last night proved it. I really thought that Seattle could have marched in and done some shit in Candlestick. I'm sorry, Levi's.
They played at home.
Oh, yeah, no, Seattle was at home. I'm sorry. They were in the Pacific Northwest. There's one team and one team only in the whole entire NFC that scares me. That's San Fran. That's it. No one else I'm worried about.
All right,
I'm not afraid of the Lions. I'm not afraid of the Eagles.
Okay, I'm going to attack the other side. Since you and Taco took that side, I'm going to attack the other side. Right now, we're 2 weeks away from December 10th, which is week 14, right? Guess who the Seattle Seahawks play in week 14?
49ers again.
I'm assuming 49ers.
Yep.
And 49ers won't need that win by then.
And but I still think they will because of home field. Yes, they will.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because there's only one that gets it now. Here's my point. I do not trust them against the way they've been playing lately. I don't trust them against any playoff team in the NFC besides the NFC South winner. That's the only team that I could see them having an okay chance with.
Seattle?
They're not going to – Seattle. They're not going to beat Detroit. They can't play. They'll lose to Detroit. They'll lose to Dallas. They'll lose to Philly.
Read that.
Yes.
Am I right? Am I right? Tell me am I right?
Hands down. Oh,
thank you.
Yeah. No. He does. But when you add them together, it's the same thing. Like we're on the perfect game for this.
Pirate gang.
For years, Robbie, I've been telling you that DK can have a game along with Lockett, but Lockett cannot have a good game if Metcalf has a giant game. It's the same
because
thing.
Lockett always needed Doug Baldwin.
But all I'm saying is Debo can have a game on his own.
Yeah.
Ayuk cannot have a game without Debo. That's all I'm saying. Debo does not have a game without Debo. But to get to my other point.
But people want to talk shit about me.
No. Robbie.
I'm letting it go.
Robbie.
I let it go.
Okay. I will go devil's advocate on you just to do it. But I know where you're going with it, so just chill. I know where it could lead, and I just don't want it to lead there.
Go to down with the gang.
Seattle will lose. Seattle will lose to any playoff team minus the NFC South the way they're playing right now. Period. And that's my takeaway on them.
Why is this nigga so toxic?
God damn it. Aiden. Hold up.
This dude just said he wants you to Drake and drive.
Aiden has been on demon time, bro. Like Aiden's been on demon time.
He's been on demon time all day. He's been telling him to text his ex since the second quarter of the Jets game.
Does Aiden have a fucking Twitch account? Is he going to be there for the after party? We're doing the after party tonight.
You've said that 4 times.
I have to promote it.
I know.
He's like after the show.
I just announced I'm fucking doing the after party. You can't
hang out with your wing out. All right.
Only thing that I want to touch on really quick before we get into halftime.
Today's game? Do we want to do that now or after?
We can probably fit in today's game.
We'll just do we can fit it because I don't have much to say.
I was going to roast the halftime shows real quick.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
I feel like we need to do that.
That's fine.
Jack Harlow, Dolly Parton, Steve Aoki. For the first two, how the fuck did y'all let a DJ outdo the both of y'all?
Because Dolly Parton didn't sing.
Well, Dolly Parton, she lip synced, right? She lip synced.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, the fact she was out there.
Dolly Parton lip synced, huh?
The fact she was out there, she gets points. She doesn't need to sing. The fact she can walk on stage and not fall.
Okay, here, let me ask you.
Board. She like a.
But here's the thing that I didn't get.
She held on to the star the whole time.
Yeah, she had to because they should have had her up on something that they could have seen her on the other side. But here's the funny part. She was singing the week before. She sang at halftime of fucking Tennessee. Stick to your team.
Bruh, I'm not cutting her no slack because she should never fucking been out there in the first place.
Yep.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest.
Robbie Sugar
so like the Jack Harlow shit was so low budget. You made him walk out of a fake ass inflatable igloo.
Mm-hmm.
A cardboard. I don't even know if it was inflatable.
It was inflatable.
It was inflatable? I thought it was cardboard for a second.
Well, so first class.
Did you see it?
No.
Bro, he lost his breath through like the third or fourth song. He did like 5 or 6 songs. He just lost his breath through like the third or fourth song.
The fuck was he smoking on before that?
Well, he doesn't do so. That's what makes it even worse. It's like homie's like the clean cut, kind of rapper. Like, bro, if we remember, Big Sean has done this exact same halftime performance. He's Detroit to the death. Eminem has done this exact same halftime performance. A lot of artists have done the Detroit halftime shit. Kid Rock has even done it. I fucking hate that man. I like the old school Kid Rock. I don't like this weird shit that he's on. Bro, for you to lose your breath, and then on top of that, you've released 2 albums since all the songs you perform. Like, if this were any other artist, okay, if this was like artists we grew up on, like if this was Eminem, like, yo, you came out with 2 other albums, 3, 4, 5 other albums, but you're still performing shit from the first. Nah, bro. No. That lets us know you flopped. That lets us know you needed this bag. Jack Harlow needed the NFL bag. And the fact that you walked out of an inflatable igloo, performed all of your first half of your career shit, and nothing new, to even try and boost up your record sales from the last 2 albums that have flopped. You're a flop. Your whole career's a flop. You're never going to be good.
Oh, come on now. This is a hired gig. You don't know what they were asking him to play. Listen, the NFL has more control than you like to give the artist credit for. I'm pretty sure they
Jay-Z
told him.
does the music and the production and shit. It's Jay-Z who's in charge of that now.
Listen, at the end of the day, don't kill the man like
I
that.
see why Lil Uzi roasted Jack Harlow. I see why Uzi beefed with Harlow. Dolly Parton, you're too old to be out there. You shouldn't have been doing it. They should have brought out there were so many other Texas artists that they could have brought out. There was country music artists they could have brought out. There was hip hop music artists they could have brought out.
I would have been okay with Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, bro, I would have been so okay with Kelly.
Mike Jones is having a comeback.
Mike Jones!
Paul Wall. They could have brought out Paul Wall. They could have done the Mexican OT.
Mike Jones!
Like they could have done some new cats that's like some new cats that's actually gotten Texas buzzing. I'm sorry, but y'all failed. Steve Aoki just did say Steve Aoki things. Steve Aoki did a typical Steve Aoki set.
Yeah, but he didn't have to get up. He didn't have to get up and sing or fake sing or go out of breath like you said.
I'm mad that Aoki didn't throw a cake at no one in the stands. There should have been like cake blasters that hit like the fucking nosebleeds or some shit.
I saw him perform at Dodger Stadium when he threw up the first pitch, and he didn't do that either there. It's just, you're not going to do that.
I mean, you can't do that on a sports field, but like if you've seen Aoki live.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like I was with a chick in the front row. She was twerking on me, and like he threw the cake out, and like like it was fun. It was fun. On the other half of the show, we're going to touch on the Black Friday game. Then we're going to get into Sunday's action. We may talk a little bit about I don't know what else we're going to talk because we're going to freestyle some shit at the second half. After we get through Black Friday and Sunday. So yeah, make sure you guys stay tuned. This track right here.
Wiggity whack, don't talk back.
This track right here, Sugar Mom. This joint is going viral on Instagram. 300 reels made to this song. And I'm loving it. And I love that we got rights to it. So shout out to Shama Noel. Shout out to all the Sugar Moms. Hey, Sugar Moms, I need me one. What's up?
You don't have to worry, it's my time right now, cause the boy about to blow up. They gon' pay me before I show up. Why you hating? You don't know us. Never make it what they told us. But we don't listen to haters. We just
Hop out in Miami when no land, ain't got no understanding. Out of here, I'm burning, or turn me on, you can't understand it. In the club, posted up, they lit up, no matter where I'm standing. Drop CLD for the Cuban link, yeah, you see it there. Might spaz out on some taller shit, no on zero tolerance. Money conversations ain't hard to relate, it's hollering. See my net, they acknowledge it.
Just stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to go and chase shit. Just stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to go and chase shit. See, life's kinda funny. You stick to the road to the riches and hope you don't crash like some dummy. To get to this money, you cut every piece of the pie to find out you sliced into an onion. Now let's change the subject. These niggas who think they got something, but actually they end up with nothing. It's getting disgusting. I'm tired of the fucking assumptions. I'm about to blow up like a Russian, so stick to the plan. When you lose it, gotta get it again. Keep it moving, never stick in the sand. Even with tired, like Michelin Man, shit, I know I'm the man, so I don't give a damn about opinions. I'm racking up millions, you stacking up pennies. She throwing it back in the back of the venue. Now we taking off and her man and his feelings. Now back to the business, back to the lab with my niggas. Actually back doing laps in the trenches. It's my second home, I ain't have to go visit. I stay resident, embedded to live in the life of a nigga. By day we just niggas, at night we the victim. The life of go get 'em, so I'ma go get it. I stick to my plan and I stay on my mission to plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to go and chase shit. Just stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to go and chase shit. So this is my message. Sometimes you just living in life, be an actor. Don't try to direct it. Now let's change directions. It's like that we live full of lessons. Don't count chickens, start counting blessings before they go missing. I promise you, I'm on a mission. I want something, I'ma go get it. No hidden intentions. I open my eyes, saw my vision. Now everyone see that I'm gifted. I'm rapping like Christmas. You niggas just under a tree. I'm smoking it, not metaphorically. I'm smoking no tree. No one's smoking on me. So when I say you're under it, no, that means me. I'm a poet MC and I'm living my dream. Hoping that hopefully you see the hope in me. And if you don't, fuck it, cause I'm all I need. Keep my ear to the game and my mind to the streets. I'm a beast. Stick to the plan. Stick to the #1 mission at hand. Stay true to yourself and give your life meaning. And fuck their opinions, they won't understand. To get to the top, gotta give all you got. Only getting one shot, so give up or not until your heart stops. Gotta stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to go and chase shit. Just stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the plot. Hey, stick to the script. Sometimes you get what you get, so don't try to go and chase shit. Just stick to the
Pow. Pow, pow. So y'all might have just gotten the alert for the Twitch stream. Like, if you don't have a Twitch, make a Twitch account now. Like make a Twitch account now. Ohio State versus Michigan. It's Ohio. Like, do you trust Michigan? Is my thing. Like, do you trust Michigan? I don't think that you can trust Michigan. Seahawks have K9 DK. Well, yeah, K9 wasn't playing. Jack Harlow versus Dolly Parton and Burgess. We talked about that earlier. I wish I looked that good at 77, nigga. What? Yo, if they had Megan Thee Stallion, though, I would have been all eyes. Her new track is fire. We'll react to some music videos and shit in the Twitch. Like in the Twitch, like I'm gonna do like just like a straight up. We're just gonna do whatever. We're just gonna vibe. We're gonna watch music videos. We're gonna talk some shit. I don't know. We gonna go wild. I might call us some baddies. I'm gonna go wild on the Twitch stream. We're gonna do whatever we want to do, honestly. Let's get into the rest of tonight's show. Dog, let me get y'all's thoughts on Jets Dolphins today. Like, that game just happened, so like there's not a whole lot of show sheet for that. Other than like Tyreek accomplishing probably passing Megatron with that potential 2K yards. The Jets are just the Jets. Like, do they just prepare for the future at this point?
I got two things. Hey, I only got two things I want to bring up about this game.
Yeah.
First off, I forget what year it was. The year is not important. It was just important that it happened on Thanksgiving Day. Jets, Patriots. A few years ago. Mark Sanchez was the quarterback of the Jets. There was this incident called the butt fumble that still gets talked about. Then today at halftime on Black Friday, you got the Hail Mary for a pick six. I'm sorry, Jets. You either have really bad luck or you just freaking manifest it to happen only to you on holiday weekends. I don't know what to say. But halfway through the game, me and Robbie were both saying they'd be better off if they put freaking Zach Wilson back in the game.
Motherfuckers is just on their head right now. Yo, see, that's on Switch. Like, our clarity is so good. Like, our quality is so good. Like, I'm just saying.
Here's the other thing that I want to bring up. I feel sorry for Tua. Not because he got hit. Not because of the players he has around him. Robbie, what would you do to a grown man if he caused you to have a retouch-up of your tattoo because he took a chunk out of your arm on a tribal tattoo?
Bro, I'd be fucking pissed, honestly. So, like the fact that, like, a chunk to his arm, and, like, the tatted arm.
Like, straight-up chunk.
Do you just let the scar heal over and just be like, yeah, baby, I got this in the NFL?
I don't think you have a choice.
Or, like, do you, like it fucks with the tat. Like, and I think that you let it heal and you tat that shit over.
I think you let it heal and then do it, yeah.
Yo, let me get all of y'all to flood Twitch really quick.
The only other thing I will say is Jalen Waddle finally did something. Taco, your turn.
I think as being someone in the local market, I was actually driving today, so I got to hear some sports talk radio, and I think the funniest thing is all the fans are so livid. They want something to happen, but they know nothing can happen. Nothing can happen. Like you're like when you look at a guy like Josh Dobbs being traded from the Cardinals to, the Vikings, the Jets fans sit there as the dude that just watched the ugly guy riz up the chick. What the fuck? Why the fuck wasn't that us? Why weren't we getting Dobbs? Why did we get Dobbs?
Taco's looking at the Jets, and he's like, I remember. Taco's like, let me give some of my old Grizz to you.
There is no way you can justify not having a capable backup on this team, and fans are livid. Not only that, these young guys look like you're regressing.
What do you mean you can't justify capable? You can justify not having a capable because fucking.
Let me ask you a question.
Aaron Rodgers went down.
Taco, let me ask you a question because this
is not what the fans want. The actual people
you're
that
local.
say, what?
You're local, so I have a legit question.
Yeah.
I personally don't know if Josh Dobbs would have been enough for the Jets crew to be okay with it.
I think it would have, because here's what it is. He's not inept, like complete and fully. Like Josh Dobbs is at least serviceable.
Yes,
Josh Dobbs at least can go out there and you're like, well, I mean, like Minshew. Give me. They don't need the world. They just don't need the worst quarterback in the NFL by far. Like with his backups on other teams that are better than him. Like that's where the problem comes in. Because this team, let's just face it, if you had a game manager, at least you're fighting for a playoff spot. This team is good enough to be competitive if they have at least a game manager or something. But the fact that they were forcing Zach Wilson for so long, knowing that he can't do it, is just absolutely atrocious and makes it look worse. And that's where the questions really start to come up as far as like, because everything was for Rodgers, nobody's getting fired. No one is losing their job. Hackett can continue to be a bum. All these players can continue to do shit, and nothing is happening to no one.
I saw a meme that it was like, I'm so happy that Hackett's not my fucking quarterback. Or not my coach.
Right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, can I tell you, my friends were going so in on how does Hackett get to stay when we're watching guys like Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson regress. And you can't even have a guy that can at least consistently get them some targets and that are acceptable, that they can try to do something with. Like, it's just it's honestly pathetic and inexcusable in any form for the Jets to be performing like this when you think also of that Aaron Rodgers restructure. You had money on the fucking docket. You could have got anyone. You should have known you should have got someone. But no, there was no foresight by the GM who gets paid to manage and have backup plans if there is fuck ups. And he didn't have a backup plan and he fucked up.
Look. Jets, I think that your future can still be bright.
How?
I think
it's a legit question.
You're going to get your first. I could tell you legitimately, you're going to get your first round pick this year because Rodgers didn't play the amount of games that was stipulated in this trade with the Packers, right?
Yeah.
And then second, you're going to have Rodgers hopefully come back at the end of December to start to build some chemistry and give you some positive vibes going into it. And you hope you hit on an offensive line.
1 year of a broken Aaron Rodgers with his magic crystal ACL. He's not coming back this year. I don't give a fuck.
He'll be back.
You'll get some magic crystal.
No. Yes. They're saying he'll be back in December.
For what? They're gonna stir. Nope.
I am telling you, he is like going to do it for the morale. He understands the media narrative here. There's more to this than just the game.
Yeah. No, it is, but it still just doesn't make sense to me.
As for the Dolphins, y'all need to prove your history wrong. Y'all are in the same position as the Lions in the NFC.
Yeah.
You need to show that you can go to distance. This isn't a joke for y'all. This isn't a game. I have no comedy surrounding the fucking Miami Dolphins. It's now or never, and it's all or nothing. I don't know what it's going to take for Miami to. You looked a little suspect today. I get that you won. You looked a little suspect. I don't want to see that against a team like the Jets.
It was only a 7-point game at one point. It was a 14-point game, but it should have been 7 because of the Hail Mary.
The Hail Mary, Javon Holland with the pick 6. Your defense can't do that against the top offenses. I'm going to need your defense to actually do some shit. I want to ride with you. I don't know if I can. Not when we're talking about facing the Chiefs. I don't know if I can ride with you when I got to talk about you guys facing, just anyone else. I don't know if Denver locks it in and you have to face fucking Denver. I don't know if you're fucking going against Denver at this juncture. It looks sketchy today. I'm an analyst. I see things that others don't. I'm sorry to pull that card, but I have to pull that card because the casual fan that's going to watch this podcast is going to be like, well, we won. It doesn't matter. You won and you won ugly fashion against a third-string QB. Tim Boyle would not be on any roster in the NFL, period. He was affordable for the Jets.
And he was a third string in Green Bay with Aaron.
Jets, you should probably call up Cam Newton. You should probably call up an RG3. You should probably call up
RG3's got it too easy.
You should call up someone that can do something. At least, like someone that can at least improvise. You have no one that can improvise. And that's also Zach Wilson's problem. He can't improvise.
Oh, he can.
Even if Aaron Rodgers does come back, behind that offensive line, he can't improvise. I get that Aaron Rodgers is overconfident in himself. That's not enough to bring this team well.
Exactly.
And it's not good for this fan base's mental health.
And Taco can attest to that.
They need something. They'd rather a little bit of, you know what I mean? It's like if you haven't had sex in a long time and you haven't been with a girl for a long time, would you rather just wait till next year till you finally can get it all? Or would you rather like start making out and maybe feel a little booty before then? It's like you're going to jail. And, before you go to jail, you can either get a little bit of action of what you're going to get on the other side, or you can get nothing. And if you're a Jets fan, you want to honk. Yeah, they want. Get Rodgers out here, even for a game, just to beat the fucking Patriots. Oh, my God. Do you know how much Jets fans would just sit there and fucking get high off that for the whole offseason? You don't know these New Yorkers out here. They love to beat Bill Belichick.
Oh, God, they would.
I want to get into the next topic.
Please do.
Hey.
Because I have nothing else I want to say about this game.
There's nothing to talk about besides that.
No.
Fail Mary was funny, though.
Sunday's coming up. Well, we've already talked on everything in terms of like the big headlines. I'm gonna throw one out there. The whole Kelsey retirement rumors.
You guys can talk about that because I'm not.
Motherfucker,
it's not happening this year. It's not happening. He's not retiring this year. I'm sorry.
I don't think it's happening this year.
No.
Nigga, he fucking brought up on his show.
I know he brought it up on his show, but you got, just like any show, there's stuff that we bring up just to talk because we got to talk about shit.
Look, I think it's serious. I think that is something that we need to consider. It's happening sooner than later.
Yes.
It's happening sooner than later.
Yes, I agree. It's happening within the next 3 years.
You know why?
He's 34.
I'm gonna punch you.
Because Carver's running home to the player on the Chiefs. They're gonna make some babies. Yeah. Might as well be like, why don't I have a quarterback? Well, he found a woman and decided to make some babies and have a family. You mean Mahomes in his window could have had one more championship? Yeah, but Kelsey had a baby. He's like, I want to be able to run with my kids. I never thought I'd have kids.
Kylie Kelsey, I like that name, honestly. Like, that'd be dope. Because, like,
Who? Kylie is his sister-in-law.
Oh, it is?
Kylie's Jason's wife.
Hey.
Yo. Hey, Kylie, tell Taylor to make that man settle down. Look, Ayo, you 34 years old, bro. I don't think you should keep doing this.
They're both going to retire soon.
11 surgeries. I think that shit is insane. I think that 11 surgeries versus the amount of injuries that you on record have had is not fair. I want you to be able to walk. I want if this thing is between you and Taylor, like for real, I want you to be able to walk. I want you to be able to hold your kids. I want you to be able to have a life. So I am being pro player. And I'm sorry for all the fantasy managers out there, but if he calls it quits at any time, it's like how Andre 3000 dropped that Flute album. Like, Andre's given enough to hip hop. We don't need you to give us lyrics. Like, I don't need you to give me any more. Like, you've done enough. So, like, it's
like he said, he got nothing to say. He's like 37. What is he? 40 something?
No, he's 34. He's 34. Travis is 34. So 34 in the NFL as a tight end is mad old. I think he's the oldest tight end that we've ever seen.
I think he's the same age as Gronk or some shit like that. They said.
Oh, yeah, I think he's the same age as Gronk. Yeah,
like that's crazy, right? Gronk's retired. He's living his life. And Kelsey's still on the field.
I want to get y'all's best bet for Sunday. Let's talk some shit. Let's get in the bag. It's bag season, boys. It's bag season.
Damn. Oh my God, this is easy. But like, can I give like an easy one and then go get another one? Because this
but
one
it doesn't. Please, all I ask is not a 7-leg parlay.
No, like it's not, like give like one fucking bet. Nigga.
I like the Texans plus one and a half versus the Jags. Fuck the Jags.
Or do you like them? And then in that case, I'll just take them at the money line at 105.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if I think that you're gonna cover 1.5, then I'll take you at 105.
You know, I agree with you, Robbie. I agree with you.
Well, I mean, because the two are so close. Like a 110 is a 105, basically, is a dog. I mean, it depends on how you read it. Like, I mean, that's the way I read it.
I personally, I've said this from the beginning. I had problems with Lawrence. I didn't really buy in. Last week, not going to lie. Last week, he showed up and showed out. I finally cut him from my team last week, so I don't know how this correlation is going to work. So, if anything, because he's now been cut, chances are he's going to blow up this week, but we'll see.
I'm not hating on that. Honestly, I'm not hating on that. I don't know how many Jags were starting outside of ETN. In 2 quarterback leagues, you're definitely still starting Lawrence because you have no fucking choice, right? The Texans side of things, just because of the way that chance can happen on a 47.5 point spread, Noah could get some touches.
Noah's out.
No, I thought that Noah was back.
I thought I saw Noah Brown is out for this week as well.
Mike, double check.
Got it. You guys talk while I check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Noah's back, baby. Like, trust me. I think they're all back, honestly. I think Noah and Nico.
I know Nico, Woods, and Collins. I mean, Nico and Dell.
Noah's out. Oh, Noah is out.
Noah's officially ruled out.
And they moved Pierce to questionable. I hope they rule Pierce to out because that lets Singletary get that full backload.
Holy feast, yeah.
Yeah, let him feast.
Give me anything that's startable for the Texans, to be honest. If they're breathing, I'm letting him play just because Stroud is that effective to where he can balance it out. And I can get fantasy points everywhere.
Yep.
I will take the Texans at plus 105 on the money line, so I agree with that. Michael, Michael, your fucking play of the day. God. I just snapped and just bit my fucking mic because I couldn't talk.
I don't
That's
know
the worst.
why. I don't know why. I'm not giving you any analytics on this one. This is a gut feeling. At home, they need this win against a division opponent. The division opponent is reeling. They do have a backup quarterback,
I do it.
but I'm still taking the Bengals at +2.
At +2 is nice. It's a -112, +114 on the money line. So I'm willing to risk it on the line.
I'm willing to risk it on the line at +2. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of just with what I just said with Taco there. I love both these games. I think that if you're gonna play either one of these, you just do it straight up.
Yep.
Like, and just say fuck it, fuck the odds, fuck everything. Because you're gonna get better juice, and if those things do happen, like these two gentlemen just mentioned, the segment isn't upset of the day. It's just best pick and best bet. And something about Jake Browning as a backup quarterback still being able to pull it out. Browning's not bad. Like, Browning's not Tim Boyle, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
No.
I've seen. This is fucked up because I did Browning's fucking interest report. Didn't get to interview him, but I did his interest report, and I was higher than most. Kind of similar to what like a Jacob Eason situation where I was higher on Jacob Eason than most were. I think that Browning can spin. It's not Finley that they're putting back there. It's Jake Browning.
Yeah.
He can recognize coverages. He can do some things.
And guess who blocked for him in high school?
Was it Jonah?
It's his starting left guard or left tackle.
Or
Jonah Williams.
Yeah, Jonah. Yeah, it's Jonah. So then yeah, we're fine there. For me, I'm gonna say that you should put these two together because they're kind of back to backs. Give me Atlanta at a +110 on the money line. I'm just not trusting New Orleans. I don't think I have it in me to trust New Orleans.
Yeah.
Ritter has shown that he can win with this lineup. It's a +1.5 on the money line. So you're getting juice either way, even if you want to play the spread. I think this comes out to be a close game, but I think Atlanta slugs it out. And also Denver as a favorite, -125 against Cleveland. DTR is a quarterback. I'm not high on it. Give me Denver all the fuck the way. And that's how I'm going to end tonight's show. What?
I'm not saying anything.
And a -125, like I just think that is it's good money.
I'll say what I'm gonna say off air.
Like, other than that, you got Chargers against Baltimore, and I don't think the Chargers pull that out.
No,
it has nothing to do with the bitch, bro.
Hi.
Has nothing to do with that. Just got DM. So I might be working on a piece of content with a former NFL player. It's so weird how that happens. It'll just be like random. It'll be like, hi. And I'm like, motherfucker, what's up? We've never talked. So might have some content dropping soon. We'll see what happens. I think they want to do an interview. So we'll see what's up. And we'll see what happens. I'm not the one locking it in. Well, I'm going to be the one locking it in. I have to find out say-so on if I'm going to do it or not. So we'll see what happens. Anything that y'all want to highlight, y'all want to talk about? I'm going to do it. I'm gonna stay live on Twitch. I'm literally launching a Twitch stream. So like if you don't have Twitch, like make a Twitch account now. Like make a Twitch account now. Cause like I'm just gonna be reacting like dumb videos on there. I'm gonna allow you guys to send me videos, send me reels. We're gonna do music. Like I don't even know what Twitch's copyright laws are. Like I'm gonna do video reactions and shit. So
I do know they get people for wrestling if they have it on while it's live, so you might be okay.
I mean, I've seen motherfuckers play music on Twitch before, like be fine.
NBA. All right. Ooh, what a slate. Good win by the Knicks.
Twitch has no copyright. Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, like we might actually throw some music on this shit over on Twitch. I don't know if y'all boys want to chill on Twitch or not.
We'll see. Just sign us off here, and then we'll talk before you go there.
Yeah. We gonna sign off. Yeah. I'm excited for this next stream. Like we're snowed in here in Colorado. We snowed in here at headquarters.
I'm snowed in too.
You snowed in? He's this thing. Lee said, "Do it." I already know how I want to pop up the stream. So, yo, here's what Taco. You got anything? Nigga? You good?
No, I'm Gucci, baby. I'm just riding this next win, baby. Let's go.
All right. You want the link? You want the link for the next one? You want to have a drink on the stream on the next stream?
Let's see. Let's see afterwards.
Done.